I got outside, wondering what the world be like. I knew I had to change my mind, didn't realize it would happen oh so soon.
Emma Raducanu is the US Open champion.
But I see the world so different now.
Fourth time is a dream for Tom Daley.
By the sea, and that's my town.
And PT, double Olympic champion.
When I don't know what to say, when I don't know what to do, there's a room I need to sit in, surrounded by my favorite view, and I need a hand to hold, someone to tell the truth. Would it be okay if I came home to you?
That will do nicely.
Dame Sarah's story is unstoppable.
Independence comes with a price when questioning your own advice.
I'm sorry. I love you,
But I
Dad.
know I'll be alright with an open door, no matter what I do. What I do. But I see the world so different now. But there's a place by the sea, and that's my town. When I don't know what to say, when I don't know what to do, there's a room I need to
Fury has dismantled Deontay Wilder.
by my favorite view, and I need a hand to hold, someone to tell the truth. Would it be okay if I came home to you?
Live from MediaCityUK, welcome to the 68th BBC Sports Personality of the Year. So please give it up for your presenters, the awesome foursome of Alex Scott and Clare Boulding, Gabby Logan and Gary Lineker.
Hello, good evening and welcome to BBC Sports Personality of the Year. And what a show we've got for you tonight. Because from now until 9 o'clock, we'll relive all the great moments from this wonderful year, celebrate its outstanding achievers and find out who'll take this special trophy home for Christmas.
It has been the most amazing 12 months. We've had the Euros, the Olympics, the Paralympics, major events from start to finish. We've seen fresh young stars emerge, bursting onto the scene with fearless energy. 2021's been an absolute sporting cracker.
And honestly, never have we been more grateful and appreciative of the joy of sport. And tonight is all about thanking those who make it possible. We would have loved to have had them here in the studio, but for obvious reasons, we can't. So let's have a look at them. Joining us from their homes are many of our sporting stars and unsung heroes who all overcame the challenges presented by COVID, now back with their loved ones. You are what this programme is all about.
Yes, it sure is. And we hope all of you at home are keeping safe and healthy. And we would love for you to join in with us tonight, if you can, on social too. So please use that hashtag Spotty, because this is always a very special night. There's going to be highs, lows, elation and emotion. And it will all end with one of these 6 contenders being crowned the BBC Sports Personality of the Year.
It all changes now. Yeah, I done been through it, but I learned the best thing to do is smile. Man, I'm done losing, 'cause all of that changes now. Yeah, I done been through it, but I learned the best thing to do is smile. Man, I'm done losing. It all changes, it all changes now.
Oh, what a lineup. Our 6 sensational contenders.
It is a race between Tom Daley, Tyson Fury, Adam Peaty, Emma Raducanu, Raheem Sterling and Sarah Storey.
Who wins is all up to you, as your vote decides who will lift this trophy at the end of the night.
But please remember this, you cannot vote yet, as voting only opens later in the show, once we've seen all of our nominees.
Yeah, voting details will be displayed after each contender film. And there's more information online at bbc.co.uk/Spotty, where you can also sign in to register your vote later on.
Let's kick off then, and there's no better place to start than in Tokyo for the 32nd Summer Olympics.
Delayed by a year, of course, because of the coronavirus pandemic, Team GB sent 376 athletes, and so many of them returned with precious metal around their necks.
Hello and welcome to the greatest show on earth.
The Tokyo Olympics start here.
Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air.
Tom Dean is Olympic champion.
I know I can count on you.
Can you believe that? You do not rule out Duncan Scott.
You become Britain's most successful Olympian at one Olympic Games ever with 4 medals in one
Get up there,
competition.
son. Get up there. Great Britain are the gold medalists in the 4x200 free relay.
We're the Olympic champions, and that's just a dream come true.
Tom Pidcock takes gold. Deep breaths. Which one of them will claim gold? Yes, into silver for Kai White. Bethany Shriver takes a gold medal.
I owe a lot to it to everyone.
Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air.
Charlotte Worthington.
I know I can count on you.
She smashed it. Charlotte Worthington has absolutely smashed her second run. Sky Brown will take bronze.
Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up.
Emily Campbell, can she hold it? Yes, she can!
I can count on
Britain have Olympic gold in team eventing once again.
you, Lord, I just don't care.
Yes! The Olympic champion, Ben Mayer.
See me through. All I can do sometimes is
Great
keep it
Britain,
together.
bronze medalists in the women's team final.
I never thought this was possible, but it is. It happened.
You got the love. You got the love. You got the love.
It's a huge score of 15.583 for Great Britain's Max Whitlock.
But you got the love I need to see me through.
Pure gold. Brings back the Olympic tingle, doesn't it? It makes you feel so proud seeing all of that success. And it's nice to see that some of our Olympians are joining us virtually tonight with a glass of fizz in hand, I hope. A few.
Looks like. We'll see more magical Olympic moments throughout the show, but now let's meet the man who started the Tokyo Gold Rush. He's our first contender for tonight's main award, who also happens to be Britain's greatest swimmer of all time, Adam Peaty.
Whenever something big changes your life,
Come so far.
such as having a child, it's one of the biggest things that can happen to you.
George.
I always think about the positives. He's given me this energy. I want to inspire him.
All this time.
I want to make him hopefully the best person he can possibly be.
Yeah.
Get quite nervous. The time that he gets to spend with his baby, he loves that so much.
I love you so much.
Since becoming a dad, Adam has got a lot softer.
I'm so grateful that I've got him in my life.
It's quite hard for Adam to be away sometimes because there are moments that he misses.
Going into these Olympics, I pretty much couldn't lose in the eyes of everyone else.
Adam Peaty, unbeaten for 7 years.
I've been waiting for this championships for 5 years. That pressure just kept building every single day.
The final of the men's 100 metres breaststroke, this first 25 metres, so important.
Make one mistake, you've got to wait another 4 years.
Swimming very well, Peaty.
We woke up George. He was a bit confused because it was the middle of the night.
He's delivering the fury down this last 50 that he promised he would.
It's not who is the best athlete for 4 years, it's the best athlete on the day.
Adam Peaty is the double Olympic champion.
It was so good.
Thank God. Thank God this all paid off.
It's the mixed medley relay. Great Britain win gold by miles. Peaty's second gold as well.
Seeing the person you love achieving what he achieved is just insane. When we first saw him back from Tokyo, it was amazing. There was a lot of tears. I just know George was so excited to see him.
George, my beautiful boy, I love you so much. It was just an incredible moment that I'll always remember, and you know, you can see by my smile how much it meant to me.
Please welcome the incredible unbeatable, record-breaking Adam Peaty.
Adam, great to see you here tonight. And looking there on that film, you can see just how much it means to you to be a father, how it's changed you as a person. But how's George changed you as a competitor?
I think it's purpose. I think, you can train as long as you want to train. Anyone can do that, I believe. But for me, it was purpose. And every single meter now, I fight and, strive to hopefully be the best dad, but be the best athlete I can possibly be for him. So, yeah, purpose.
Huge motivation.
Yeah,
yes.
You had to wait 5 years to defend your Olympic title. And then, obviously, because of COVID, the pandemic, you had no pool,
yes.
no access to a pool. How hard was that spell?
Probably one of the most toughest moments of my life, which is why it makes me emotional seeing moments like this, because you get on top of the lane rope, normally it's like, yes, yes, everything's gone so well, but I had to make the things well to get to this journey now. And, getting on those lane ropes was almost like close a chapter. I'm happy now. Everything's paid off. The investment in the time, the love, the energy, sport, it just takes absolutely everything from you. And I give everything. It's not a sacrifice, it's a choice for me. And it was so tough, so tough.
Been a good choice, after.
Yeah.
and it speaks for itself, doesn't it? Haven't been beaten in 7 years over 100 metres. The 16th fastest times ever in history belong to you. Backing up a gold from Rio with a gold in Tokyo, with 5 years in between, the first British man to ever do that. Your dominance in the sport is incredible. What is that down to?
It's very, very hard to win for one time at the Olympics. Olympic golds, not many people have them, right? So to do it again, and hopefully again, it's 1,000 times harder. I can't put it down to one thing. I can put it down to my energy, my training, the 4 a.m. starts, wherever it's going to be, And as I said before, anyone can do that, I believe. But for me, it was more about just going for it. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't sugarcoat sport. You just got to go for it. Feel it in here, and hopefully inspire as many people as I can. And that's my purpose. I want to make people at home feel the performance, feel the love, and go, you know what, we've all been through a hard time, but I'm going to give you a good time now and see what happens.
And you carried that on afterwards. You switched Speedos for sequins.
Yes.
I suppose you went in at the deep end with that one. How did you find Strictly?
Yeah, a bit of a deep end. My brain is telling me to dance for you right now, but I'm not going to dance for you.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, thank God, yeah. So, very, very different, but performance, it's kind of applicable in most areas, but hearing that, Adam Peaty, cha-cha-cha, I'm like, what is going on in my life right now? And my brain is like, no, you're not in swimming trunks, you've got to do this, and rondes and whatever. See, I'm so comfortable dancing now. So comfortable at dancing. But it's incredible, that journey was just everyone on the show, the production, everyone just incredible, and hopefully I give a few people some smiles.
Keep on smiling, keep on dancing. A last tango in Paris, maybe?
Oui.
Oh, LA, come on.
Good stuff. Good to hear it. Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
great
you.
to see you here, and good luck tonight. Adam Peaty.
Brilliant stuff. And staying in Tokyo, we switch from the Olympics to the Paralympics, where a British team of 227 athletes had more competitors with medal hopes in a greater variety of sports than ever before.
Winning was the name of the game, but for some, getting to the start line was a triumph in itself, as swimmer Ellie Robinson knows all too well.
This is a story of triumph, of never giving up. Despite the wait,
she had to dig deep. Gold for Kadina Cox.
Despite the pain,
Jacka Vangas takes it.
There's nothing new in that. That's sport. We keep on rolling, despite the setbacks. And as you roll, you pick up speed.
It's a new world record.
You go faster and faster until suddenly, you're soaring.
Cockcroft is the 7-time Paralympic champion.
It's a world record time for Tully Kearney.
For a priceless moment.
What a swim from Maisie Summers-Newton.
Your world is a different place.
Double Paralympic champion.
The world seen from up there is a better place.
Great Britain Paralympic champions in wheelchair rugby.
And Laura Facky is the Paralympic champion a few minutes after her husband won gold.
It's not just in the winning, it's in the propulsion, in the pushing and in the pulling.
Emma Wiggs does it again.
In the ferocious defiance that does not let you stop.
And even though I didn't medal, this is a story of triumph. This is not a story of defeat. I am so proud of myself for getting this far.
Thomas Young of Great Britain with the performance of his career.
It's going to be an amazing swim for Great Britain. She's done.
Stedman reigns supreme.
Exhaustion and exhilaration that pull the truth from within.
Just go do what you want to do, you know, don't let anything hold you back.
What a performance from the Great Britain team.
We roll on, wiser, unafraid, proud.
The legend of the sport, Celie Pearson, a total of 14 gold medals.
This is a story of triumph, of never giving up.
Ellie Robinson reliving a glorious 12 days when Paralympics GB won more medals in more different sports than any nation ever. They came away with 41 gold, 38 silver and 45 bronze medals in 18 different sports. I mean, Claire, that is a lot of bling.
A lot of bling.
But they're shining.
Yeah, exactly, and it's great to see so many of our Paralympic heroes have joined us from their homes. I just want to single out one. Celie Pearson, there he is, who won 3 more gold medals in Tokyo to take his total to 14, and as he was described in that film.
Loving how everyone's getting in on the wave right there.
Thank
Paralympics GB has never been stronger, and leading the way is our next contender, because when it comes to dominance, dedication and durability, supermum Sarah Story is out on her own.
Sarah Story's looking to become Britain's most successful Paralympic.
The 14-time gold medalist manages to defend her 3 titles. She'll become the most successful British Paralympian of all time.
The pressure on Sarah going into the Games, it was all about how many gold medals she was going to win. Was she going to be the most medalled Paralympian? People want to be the person that beats Sarah Story.
The preparations for Tokyo were completely different. Sarah gave the kids the choice. I'm going to be away for 3 weeks if I go. Do you want me to go or not? And they both said yes. She's always said she's a mum first. That's the most important thing.
And Dame Sarah Story is unstoppable. She claims gold, number 15.
Family is a very big thing for her. Not having them there at that kind of moment was a real reminder for, I think, anyone watching that athletes aren't machines, they're human beings as well.
Dame Sarah Story wins her 16th Paralympic gold medal.
In every single race she does, there is nothing left at the end. And I just love that about her. I love that she just gives everything she can to win by as much as she can.
It was like, Midsummer's Day in the Peaks. It was pretty atrocious. She had to really dig in, and all I could hear was my heartbeat beating faster and faster and faster. The anxiety of kind of watching a race, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Record breaker, history maker, 17th Paralympic gold medal.
17 gold medals, 17 gold medals. It's just insane.
She's helped put Paralympics on the map. People care about Paralympic sport because they care about what she's done.
Please welcome Britain's greatest ever Paralympian, the sensational Dame Sarah Story. Fantastic to have you here, thank you, and congratulations on being nominated again. When you look back to that 14-year-old in Barcelona, what would she say now as you stand here with 28 Paralympic medals, 17 of them gold?
I think she'd be saying, what I was thinking at that point was I just want to do this for as long as I possibly can. And if I get to 8 games, I'll be in my early 40s. Will that be too old? And I'd say, no, that's definitely not too old. You can do this. So, yeah, she'd be hugely excited to think that that kind of little tiny pipe dream that I had when I left that Games might ever come true.
And actually, we heard your husband, Barney, say that your kids had a part to play, whether you were going to go to Tokyo or not. How important was that for you?
Well, we've always had them hugely involved with what I do. We've never kind of tried to hide away that mum goes to work and that's got nothing to do with you. So they've come to all of my races. When we're racing in the UK and we're there in the motorhome, they help make the drinks, they help get things prepped and ready. They make sure the kit's right, they help with the pinning of the numbers. So they've been hugely involved. And so when it came down to that choice of whether I go for all 3 events or whether I just go for the road races, which was one of the options, I had to ask them, you know, because I couldn't possibly have made that decision without them, because they've always been so involved.
Was it straight away like, yes, go?
Well, they said, what would happen if you don't go? I said, well, somebody else would get the chance to win those medals. And Louise was like, that can't possibly happen. That can't possibly happen. You need to be there, Mum. And she goes, tell him, Charlie, tell her, Charlie. So, yeah, they were both very excited. Obviously didn't really realise just how long I'd be away. And that was so, so hard. And I think especially for Charlie, because he didn't really realise just how long 22 nights was. But I'm never doing that again, and I've made them that promise.
Yeah, hard for them, hard for you as well. Where does the motivation come from and what is it?
Well, I think it comes from when I was very young and I was starting to do morning training. You know, you heard Adam talk about the 4 a.m. starts. Well, my parents used to say to me, right, if you want to go morning training, that's fine, but you need to get us up. We are not setting our alarm. So I set the alarm, I'd make the cup of tea, I'd take it and go, which one looks like they're the most awake, neither, which one wants this cup of tea? And I'd look at the colour of the tea, go, that's a mum colour tea or a dad colour tea? And go round to the mum, Mum, can you take me morning training? And she's like, yes, come on. So we'd go morning training. So it was always had to be me to make sure I emptied my swimming bag and got everything ready for the next day, and I had to be organised. So they helped to teach me that importance of intrinsic motivation, and I've kind of carried that through since then.
And the thing is that you've just recently said that you don't even think you've reached your full potential at 44. So does that mean you're going to try and add to those 17 goals in Paris in 2024?
Well, I'd love to. I mean, age is just a number, and we all know from our love of sport, whatever we're challenging ourselves with, that we can always try and do something a little bit more, something exciting. And that's just what I want to do, to try and go to Paris and see what's there. I might have reached my peak, but I'd really love to find out if I have.
It has been another amazing year, but it's been a wonderful, wonderful career over many decades. Good luck tonight. Dame Sarah Story.
January, and we watch the price rise from a distance. Gerwin's first win at the PDC.
Staying indoors, as we all were, and a young master came of age in Milton Keynes. Yan Bingtao, the future is now.
Experience told in the Super Bowl for Brady's Buccaneers.
The Australian Open was only open because of quarantine. Once released, Novak Djokovic won his 18th Grand Slam and Naomi Osaka her 4th, while Britain's Alfie Hewitt and Gordon Reid took their slam total to 10.
From down under to down and over as fast as you can. Charlotte Banks snatched a thrilling snowboard cross-world championship gold. Zoe Atkin won a flipping bronze in halfpipe.
Back home in the boat race, some history in new geography. The crews took to the Great Ooze. It all ended in Cambridge glory for the men and the women.
In the ring, fly guy Sonny Edwards won the IBF title.
At Cheltenham, Jack Kennedy raced to the Gold Cup on board Manila Indo, whilst Rachel Blackmore made history as the first female to be leading jockey at the festival, with more to come in a stellar year.
Mark Selby amazed on the bays. He beat Sean Murphy to become world snooker champion for the 4th time.
And from potters to putters, Hideki Matsuyama became the first Asian-born winner of the Masters. Now back to its place among the springtime azaleas, a little hint of glorious normality.
Radio 1's Vic Hope and Jordan North there with the first of our reviews.
Before we move on, though, just a reminder that voting for Sports Personality of the Year only opens later in the show after we've seen all of our contenders' films. Please do not call yet, as your vote will not count and you might be charged.
Next up, it's men's domestic football in England, and it's been a year packed full of stories on and off the pitch, which included a first FA Cup win for the Foxes.
Yes!
2021, the year of the Blues. Manchester City played the EFL Cup against Spurs to their own tune.
Laporte with the goal for Manchester City!
But the Blues is about longing.
The red and the blue, the top 2 teams in the country for the last few seasons.
Pep's side, faster, stronger. 15 wins in a row.
That is
City won it with 3 games to spare, then said goodbye to a man who once won it when they had just seconds. Cheerio, Sergio. 2 Blues fought out the FA Cup final. Chelsea, with a mid-season key change, brought in Thomas Tuchel, but it was Leicester's virtuoso hitting the right note.
What a shot from Yuri Tielemans! Kai Havertz's header, it was going in. Brilliant save by Schmeichel. Wow.
But would there be another twist?
And it's in!
Is he onside?
The verdict is no goal! Leicester City, FA Cup winners for the very first time.
No time for Chelsea to dwell.
It's Manchester City against Chelsea in the Champions League final. Ederson comes out, Havertz scores for Chelsea!
Chelsea, champions of Europe again. Singing the blues never felt so good.
You're not wrong there. And following that frenetic season, next up was the Euros.
Yeah, we couldn't wait. After a year's delay, anticipation was high. But on the second day in Copenhagen, it all paused.
Denmark were playing Finland, and just before half-time, Danish midfielder Christian Eriksen collapsed after suffering a cardiac arrest. His teammates rushed to his aid before the medics gave him CPR. There were many agonising minutes before he was stretchered off, thankfully conscious.
It was a moment that shocked us all. We didn't know if Christian would pull through, but soon we heard the joyous news he was recovering. And it's great that 6 months on, Christian's in good health. The positives that come from this is that so many people are now learning how to perform CPR and use defibrillators.
Absolutely. And that incident gave us all perspective throughout the tournament, which was, on the whole, a fantastic 4-week festival of football, with England, Scotland and Wales all involved.
Happy Euros Eve. It all kicks off tomorrow.
Euro 2025.
The journey begins for 24 nations, playing in 11 cities in 11 different countries, with all roads leading from Rome to London and Wembley.
Super parata, Giro, Immobile, 2-0.
Here's Insigne! This team's got goals in it.
What a moment for the Macedonians! Waarschijnlijk komt een herkansing en die gaat er wel in van Wijnaldum. Het schot is een linker. Oh.
Phillips got past 1, then 2, then plays it into Sterling! That will do nicely!
Czech Republic are in front.
Il est bon, c'est goal!
Wrapped up and sealed, 2 goals for their talismanic superstar skipper.
Nothing now will keep Wales out of the knockout stages.
Yes! We go again! Yes!
Come contro la Turchia, va sul fondo in mezzo a Locatelli.
This flawless start for New Look Italy continues.
Sarà Boogie Woogie in Prague.
The world's oldest international fixture, it is England versus Scotland.
I think you can see the Scotland took over London.
O'Donnell! They've held the English at Wembley. And it is a cause for some celebration.
Lewandowski! Chance here for Hungary! Goodness me! The world champions are behind!
Das ist das Tor!
Shaqiri! Oh, yes!
Unbeaten in 30 games now. Italy won Group A.
You can see and you can hear what it means in Copenhagen. A dynamite second half display from the Danes.
100% record in the group stage for the Netherlands.
The keeper's come, and it's come back off the woodwork. Lovely little ding. Ball is put into the back of the net by Raheem Sterling.
And stabs a dagger into Scottish hearts.
Finishes. Both of these big guns go through to fire some more at Euro 2020. It's going to be England against Germany at Wembley. That sounds pretty tasty.
Fabulous stuff, and we'll have part 2 of the Euros later in the show when we'll also speak with main award contender Raheem Sterling.
And we'll catch up with England's gaffer Gareth Southgate live here in the studio.
Yes, time now for our first award, the Young Sports Personality of the Year, which is supported by the Youth Sport Trust and Blue Peter.
Winners down the years include Andy Murray, Tom Daley and Ellie Simmons. So whose name will be on that trophy in 2021? Well, I'm so thrilled that all 3 shortlisted are here on stage. So it's a big hello to footballer Jude Bellingham, swimmer Ellie Chalice and skateboarder Sky Brown.
Hey! Thank you all so much for being here this evening. Jude, I will start with you because what a year you have had for your club, Borussia Dortmund, and obviously for England. At 17, you become the youngest Englishman to play in a men's senior tournament. I mean, have you had time to reflect and take it all in?
Not really. I was straight to my holidays and then tried to focus on other things, really. And then, you know, after the holidays, it's straight back to Dortmund and trying to prepare for a long season. So, yeah, you're always focused on the next challenge and the next trophies, hopefully.
I mean, you've had a great year, Jude.
Yeah, I've enjoyed every second of it.
And Ellie here was the youngest member of Paralympics GB. What did it mean to you to be a part of that team and what was the experience like?
I'd always hoped at 17 to be able to go to the Paralympics, and to do it at such a young age and be the youngest was amazing. I just hope I can really inspire other disabled children around this country and the world to take part in the sport, because being one of the lowest classifications, we don't see many, so it'd be nice to inspire more to get involved.
Has it made you want to go on?
Yeah, I want to go to Paris, definitely.
Brilliant, we will see you there, I hope.
And Sky, at 13, you became Team GB's youngest ever medalist. And right now, look behind you, you had us all on the edge of our seats, but you absolutely nailed that last run to take that bronze. What were you thinking in that moment?
I was just thinking, I'm going to stick this one, I'm going to land it. And I don't know, it was just so fun just skating through the Olympic Park. Like, I had the best time ever and I really enjoyed it.
Well, you had us all nervous. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm just so pleased, Sky, you've come with your skateboard tonight. Yeah. Just in case we need you to zoom off the stage, you are ready. What an incredibly talented trio. And you're not just stars for the future, but for the here and now as well. To announce the winner, please welcome a man who has gone from diving for gold to eating all sorts for gold stars. It's Olympic champion Matty Lee. Matty, great to have you with us. Yeah. And many congratulations on that gold medal won with Tom Daley. But life's been a bit of a whirlwind since then. Have you recovered from the castle?
It's been hard. Like, the castle was a different challenge for sure. Like, the sleep deprivation was horrible. Being hungry all the time was not nice at all, especially for athletes. We were always eating, I feel like. But I've been back to training full time this week, so I'm knackered. But I guess you just got to get straight back into it.
Well, we have just one trial for you tonight. Mm-hmm. That is to open the golden envelope and tell us the name of the winner.
With pleasure. OK, so the 2021 BBC Young Sports Personality of the Year is Sky Brown.
Woo! You're taking the skateboard, you've got the trophy, it's another one to add to your cabinet. How do you feel?
I can't believe it, honestly. I mean, I'm so thankful. I honestly don't feel like I deserve it because I'm next to two really amazing people, but I mean, I'm so thankful. I just want to say thank you to all my support, like to everyone who supported me, and especially my family. And yeah, I just want to show, I want to make Britain proud as much as I can, and I hope I did. And I want to inspire the world, especially little girls, and teach them that, you know, skateboarding is for everyone. I mean, if you believe in yourself, you can do anything.
Well, Sky, you made everyone proud, and you're an inspiration to many. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I want to get 2 gold medals for Paris, for Great Britain, and for skateboarding surfing. I hope to get 2 medals for you guys.
Oh, wow. We will hold you to that. Fantastic. Congratulations for now. To Sky, thank you also to all 3 of you for showing that you can never be too young to aim for the stars. Our young spotty top 3 and our winner, Sky Brown.
They say out of darkness comes the light. And in some, it unleashes an unholy fight. Injury, illness, doubts, depression. Cav fought back with trademark aggression. Legend Eddie Merckx's stage wins record, equalled by a Manxman, still worthy of the green jersey. While nothing in life is guaranteed, Mark Cavendish will tell you, always believe.
What a comeback from Mark Cavendish, and we send our best wishes to you and all your family and hope you break that Tour de France stage record next year. And so from the sprint king of the roads, we now box clever with the kings of the ring.
And it's been a heavyweight year in boxing, but for Anthony Joshua, not the knockout one he was looking for. With belts on the line, he was beaten unanimously on points by Ukraine's Alexander Usyk, a result which ended any hope of a Battle of Britain with Tyson Fury.
And it's tonight's main award contender, Tyson, we now turn to because he was up close and personal again with his old rival, Deontay Wilder.
Billed as once and for all, this trilogy fight had it all. It was just like Rocky, the big difference being this was real. And so for the tale of the tape, here's Steve Buds.
Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, has made Morecambe his town. Now, I know him, but you know a very different man. Fury is unique in the boxing business, a unicorn in the game, if you like. He's a giant that doesn't move like a giant. He's got desire, he's got heart.
We all know what he's been through, the journey he's been on. But the 2021 Tyson Fury story is all about the trilogy fight against Deontay Wilder, the greatest knockout artist of his generation. Wilder wanted revenge. Tyson Fury just wanted to be a great. It's all in the eyes, they say.
The bell tolled, but for which man? First blood Tyson. And then in round 4, Tyson was dropped.
Down goes Fury!
That was brutal.
Down goes Fury for a second time. The upset is on.
But we've been here before.
Don't ever doubt me. When the chips are down, I can always deliver.
Let the jab go to work. You need to win great fights to become a great fighter. Fury trying to bully Wilder back. Fury is dominant now. He's got it down yet again. How is he staying upright? He's got Fury going now. What a fight! It could be all over now. It will be now. Fury has dismantled Deontay Wilder.
It was the fight that had everything. 5 knockdowns, twists and turns, blood, guts and glory.
Wilder is done. There's no more Deontay Wilder.
One of the finest ever.
I know the greatest heavyweight of my era, without a doubt.
What a fight and what a fighter. That trilogy will live long in the memory.
Sadly, though, Tyson isn't able to be with us tonight. But if you want to vote for him, his details are on the screen right now. Don't call yet, though. Voting only opens later in the show.
Tyson still remains unbeaten in all his 32 professional contests, and next year he's set to fight fellow Briton Dillian Whyte, where once again his WBC title and reputation as the best heavyweight on the planet will be on the line.
That's an event to get excited about. Talking of which, there's lots still to come here on BBC One before we announce the Sports Personality of the Year just before 9 o'clock.
Coming up, we celebrate Britain's Olympic and Paralympic heroes.
Relive the dramatic knockout stages in the Euros.
And we'll tell the tale of two cups in team golf.
May and Josh Taylor wouldn't be the first guy to end up in a fight in Vegas, but he is the first to end it as a British four-belt champion. He beat Jose Ramirez to become the undisputed king of the light welterweight world.
Manchester United were torpedoed by a yellow submarine. Villarreal seized the Europa League. And over in South America, the Copa ended up messy. Argentina conquered the continent.
Back across the pond at Epsom, Adam Kirby and Adaya won the derby, while in the Oaks we saw record snowfall in June. The horse ridden by Dettori to the race's biggest victory.
Staying on course and victory to lefty, Phil Mickelson became the oldest man to win a major at the PGA. While at the Open Championship, Colin Morikawa got on a rolling sandwich. A new king crowned at Royal St George's.
And Anna Nordqvist battled her way to the Women's British Open in Carnoustie. In rugby union, the British and Irish Lions toured South Africa in a bubble, popped by the Boks in the final test.
While in the English domestic game, this was the year of the mighty Quins. Harlequins won the women's title for the first time.
While the men's Premiership final was a helter-skelter belter. Exeter came back, then Quins came back stronger.
Novak Djokovic also danced back from the cliff edge to snatch the French Open against Stefanos Tsitsipas, Grand Slam 19. Grand Slam 1 for Barbora Krejcikova, and there was British glory too.
Joe Salisbury won the mixed doubles, Andy Lapthorne won the quad doubles, while Alfie Hewitt defended his wheelchair singles and doubles titles, the latter, as ever, with Gordon Reid.
Well, from the red clay of Roland Garros, we now move to the green grass of Wimbledon.
Oh, love a bit of Wimbledon. And with show courts packed and crowds in full voice, what a fabulous fortnight it was.
This is the cathedral that you want to walk onto, and there's no other court like it.
Here we go then. You never know what's coming.
Oh,
it is good.
Beautiful point.
This man means business. Andy Murray on the comeback trail.
Is this going to be my last Wimbledon? No, I'm going to keep playing. I want to play.
Is that a last goodbye?
Too good from Hewitt.
Oh, it's good from Neil Skupski.
Oh, what a way to find a line.
Do we have ourselves a match now? Magnificent demolition of a great champion.
They take the doubles.
And the celebrations can begin.
That's exceptional from Barty. A destiny fulfilled.
Wonderful occasion, this.
Sensational shot.
A sixth Wimbledon title for the Serbian superstar.
And that win took Novak Djokovic level with Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal on 20 Grand Slam successes. What an era we have witnessed.
And so from the old favourite to a fresh-faced A-level student who at Wimbledon burst onto the scene and lit up our screens by reaching the fourth round.
It was clear a star was born, but even Hollywood wouldn't have dared write the script that followed. She is next on our list, the teenage sensation, Emma Raducanu.
I was Team Nightingale. We won Sports Day every year.
I was 5 years old when I first started playing. When I realised I could beat the boys, that's when I first started realising, OK, I'm actually not bad.
It's me! I didn't know that.
When she joined us in Year 7, we knew that she was pretty good.
GCSE English right here.
From a young age, I've always wanted to do well in everything I do.
I was front row, so there was no cheating going on. Yeah, this is where I did my exams.
It's extraordinary to look at that journey from sort of A-levels into the second week of Wimbledon and look like she was having a great time.
British tennis has a new star.
things didn't end the way that she would have liked.
Miss Raducanu is not able to continue the match.
After Wimbledon, I knew exactly what I needed to do.
To get to New York, it was the first time she'd ever played qualifying at a Grand Slam.
Each match that went by, I thought, why can't I win this match?
Match after match, set after set, no let-up.
No qualifier has ever done this before. Will now face Leylah Fernandez in an all-teenage final.
It's me or her, so why not me?
It was incredible.
Raducanu down the line to win the first set.
The second set was equally as challenging and a little bit dramatic.
Straight back point. Took a bit of a tumble there, Emma Raducanu.
I just zoned out.
Raducanu is now receiving a medical timeout.
It was a pretty surreal experience.
Really unfortunate timing.
And I just wanted to hit an ace because I was like too scared to hit the ball.
It's one of the most incredible achievements in our sport.
She was tipped for this, and she's done it.
Who is Emma Raducanu? Emma Raducanu, 19-year-old from Bromley, that's who she is. I mean, there's nothing else to it.
And it's lucky Emma is so down to earth, because from all that excitement, she comes back with a bump to the reality of modern life, testing positive for COVID and now in isolation in a hotel. But she can join us now live from Abu Dhabi. And hello there, Emma. How are you feeling, first of all?
Hey everyone, I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're all safe and healthy and enjoying the holiday season.
I've no idea whether you were watching Sports Personality of the Year this time last year, but now here you are on the list. When you look back at what you've achieved and the belief, where did that come from, that invincibility?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty surreal. I've always watched Sports Personality, and just to be nominated among the other great nominees is a real honour. So the self-belief, I feel like I've just had that as a child growing up. It's been instilled into me from a young age, and I think sport gave me that inner belief and confidence.
Emma, you said that you're still that kid from Bromley, but I mean, since that win, you are a global superstar. I mean, we saw you at the Met Gala. Not everyone gets that invite. How have you taken it all in?
I feel like the complete same, and everyone near me is definitely the same and keeping me in my place 100%. But it's been great how everyone's been so welcoming and positive when I got back home and around. But yeah, nothing's really changed in terms of my mindset.
And what about your mum and dad? Because they weren't able to be with you when you did have that win. What about their reaction to their daughter being a superstar now?
Well, my parents are never one to really make a big deal out of anything that I do that's good. So we'll see. I mean, they've been normal, nothing too big, nothing too low. That's just the way they brought me up.
And number one, obviously, you want to dedicate your life to playing tennis. What are the targets that you're setting yourself in 2022?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I just want to look back at the end of 2022 and think that I've improved in some way and also learned, because it'll be my first actual year on the tour. So I've got a lot of learning to do, and yeah, it might take longer to recover, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to getting started.
You've said that one of the keys to your success in New York was being able to stay present. Can you just tell us a bit more about how you achieved that?
Yeah, I think that I was really focused on one point at a time, and I didn't really know the power that would hold. You know, Tim, he played such a great role in New York, and he was really instilling that into me every single day. So yeah, I'm really grateful that he was there and part of the journey too.
Well, I certainly hope that that magic, that trick, that belief in yourself, the ability to stay present works for you again, because it's just been a wonderful treat to watch your meteoric rise. Many, many congratulations.
Yeah, Emma, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And good luck, Emma Raducanu.
Thanks for having me.
Lots still to come, including the Helen Rollason Unsung Hero and Lifetime Achievement Awards. And we'd love you to get involved too on social by using the hashtag Spotty.
And another quick reminder, don't vote yet. Voting will only open later once we've seen and heard from all of our contenders.
Back now, though, to Tokyo and the Olympics and more golden wonders who went faster, higher and stronger.
Fire is the Olympic champion.
I'm so proud.
Did you see that? It was a good fight.
Unreal.
Silver for Keely Hodgkinson.
What does this silver medal mean to you, Keely?
This, because I don't cry.
Triathlon will be golden for Great Britain.
Joseph Chung makes history here.
Ben Whittaker with an absolutely outstanding silver medal.
I want to become the mayor of Wolverhampton. I want one of those nice chains on my neck. Right on the line, Great Britain win the medal race. Kate French of Great Britain, Olympic champion. Giles Scott right at the last moment.
Gold medal for Great Britain. Matt Walls is the Olympic champion.
Laura Muir gets the silver for Great Britain. Hannah Mills and Ailey McIntyre, they had to fight hard in that race, but it is gold for Great Britain.
It is a glittering 5th Olympic gold medal for Laura Kenny.
I mean, I'll just keep turning up, see what happens.
The international footballer, the kickboxing world champion, Lauren Price, becomes the Olympic champion.
Looks like we're getting a goalpost boxing astronaut right beside my house.
We're watching British Olympic history as Jason Kenny takes the title, and Jason Kenny stands alone in British Olympic history with a magnificent 7 gold medals.
Tokyo was glorious. Subarashi desu ne. Games where our athletes gave us so much joy.
And these were the vital statistics as Team GB won 22 gold, 21 silver and 22 bronzes. That's a whopping 65 medals.
And it's nice to see lots of our Olympic medalists joining us virtually tonight. I hope you're having a great time at home.
Well, I'm delighted to tell you our next contender will be here with us in the studio in just a moment. He's lived a life in the public eye, experienced highs and lows on and off the diving board. But thankfully, in his 4th Games, his Olympic dream finally came true. Tom Daley, what a star you are.
Oh, that's where it all started.
The midwife commented about the size of your hands and said you would make a good swimmer.
My dad was my biggest cheerleader.
Tom, come and give me a cup.
Tom and his dad had a great relationship.
Look at him.
He'd go to every competition with him. They had a really lovely bond.
What a mate.
After all those years, he never got to see me win an Olympic medal.
I think I was 9 when I drew this. It's me doing a handstand in the Olympics in London 2012.
That kid there had a very, very big dream of what he wanted to achieve. That was the moment that I've been working for my whole life. Rio was such a mix of emotions for me.
Tom was at the height of his physical ability.
I thought Rio 2016 was going to be my chance to win an Olympic gold medal, and I crashed out monumentally.
I just said to him, this is not the end of your story.
Going into Tokyo, I think, was the first time that I truly believed that we could win an Olympic gold medal.
It's got to be perfect.
Both of you had that look on your face as if to say, bring it on.
It was like that moment of a flashback of all the things that I've done, the highs, the lows, the people that we've lost.
I think Tom decided he was going to stay tough and strong until he achieved that thing that him and his father dreamed of, that gold medal.
He's an icon, an inspiration, and at last, an Olympic champion. Please welcome Tom Daley. Just watching you relive all of that there was so emotional, and so many of us have dreams as kids, but we don't quite achieve them. You know, what is it like when you sit down and you realise, I had that dream as a little boy, as an 8-year-old. We've watched your progression, and you finally fulfil that boyhood dream.
I mean, I was just watching that video back and seeing how how far I've come from that little kid with my dad, and he would take me to every single training session, every competition. He'd wave his giant Union flag, and to go to the Olympic Games in London 2012, win a medal there, and then go to Rio and Tokyo. And I'm so sad that my dad never got to see me win an Olympic medal, because I would like to think he would be extremely proud. And to finally this year won the Olympic gold medal with Matty, honestly, it was a dream come true, and something that I never thought was ever going to happen to me. And I knew that I could do it, but it was just something that I just was almost ready to settle with the fact I was never going to do it. And it's been a long journey, but one I'm very, very proud of.
Well, I hope your dad was watching from somewhere.
Exactly.
Somewhere up high. I suppose your sport, more than any other, you're so reliant on a partner as well. And Matty Lee's been that partner.
Yes.
And a great friend too.
Yeah, Matty Lee is one of my best friends, and he moved down from Leeds to London, and we get to train together every single day. And he's here tonight, and it's one of those amazing things of being able to go through an Olympic journey on your own is one thing, and win medals on your own is one thing. But to be able to do it with someone else and be able to stand there on the podium, I was a blubbering mess on the podium. I had this whole dream of, like, when I was standing on the podium, the national anthem would play and I'd be able to sing at the top of my lung, and I literally couldn't even breathe. I was crying so much. And Matty was there to be able to share that moment with one of your best friends is really special.
And of course, you have gone through so much. I mean, it really is almost like a film script. You've just seen your Olympic progress, but also you as a father getting married. And it feels like now, this Tom Daley before us is very confident about talking about the things that are important to him and using your platform so positively.
Yeah, I mean, going into these Olympic Games, I think I had a complete different sense of perspective. I'm married. I have a kid who's 3.5, little Robbie. Don't know if he's up watching at home. But to be able to say that I am a gay man that was able to compete in Olympic Games and feel comfortable in myself to be able to do that. And there's so many people around the world that aren't comfortable to be able to do that. And there's so many people that are growing up in countries that need our help and need our support to be able to be their true, authentic selves and not worry about like who they are as a person and be able to just live their lives as sports people. And for me, I think there's been so many inspiring people this year, you know, whether it's, you know, people like Charlotte Worthington, I absolutely love her, like to inspire like people, like females in sport, Sky Brown for little kids, and for me and other LGBT sports people. I think it's really important that we make sport as accessible and inclusive for everyone, and everyone has a space.
Tom, great credit to yourself. You're a great credit to your sport and your country.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here tonight, and good luck for the main award.
Thank you.
Tom Daley.
2021, to be fair, I've had worse years. With the Community Shield already in the bank, we were looking for a clean sweep.
It's all about that trophy today.
First up, the League Cup, flipping magic.
The smiles belong to Chelsea.
Feet on the ground in the league, though.
Today, it's about making sure that they're England's best.
We did the job, defended our title.
Chelsea are champions again.
Then there was the one that got away.
Barcelona champions of Europe. Chelsea fall short.
We had to hang on till December to face Arsenal in the Women's FA Cup final.
What a goal to seal the FA Cup.
It was worth that wait.
I was simply purring.
Perfect end to a brilliant year.
I think Emma Hayes should do every voiceover forever. Chelsea setting the pace with a domestic clean sweep of Women's Super League, League Cup, FA Cup, and reaching the final of the Women's Champions League. And Emma really has transformed that club over the last 10 years.
Yeah, she really has. And in that FA Cup final 2 weeks ago, Chelsea beat Arsenal, and it's one of their players, actually, who is the recipient of our next honour, the Helen Wollison Award.
Helen was a much-loved BBC Sport presenter who died of cancer 22 years ago now. And the award named in her honour is for inspirational achievement in the face of adversity.
And this determined young woman has all those qualities and more. She's raising much-needed awareness for breast cancer screening after playing through and fighting the illness herself. My former teammate, Jennifer Beattie.
Getting told you have cancer is a life-changing moment.
In terms of physical ability, a freak in the nicest possible way. Way stronger naturally than I think Dad or myself or my sister Julie or my mum.
Jennifer watching the footy. You're watching the footy, wishing you had your shoes. Whereas your daughter, and she's 30, just didn't feel right.
I felt a lump. I knew something didn't feel right.
Whew, shivers thinking about that now. She phoned to say, yes, Mum, it's not good news.
And I remember walking. Pray.
It was horrific. There's no other way to describe it, especially in the middle of a pandemic and you don't have your sort of friends and family in the room there with you. I found out that I didn't need chemo, but obviously I needed radiotherapy. It was a very, very lonely, isolating moment.
She was incredibly lucky to have a medical team around her and the support of her teammates.
You know, it is one of those things where it's, what day is Jen having? How can I help Jen today? And then just being whatever she needed us to be.
They became my family. They were my support system, and I'm so, so grateful for every single one of them. I got diagnosed on the Thursday. Saturday we had training, and then we played Brighton, and I don't score a lot of goals.
And that is over the line, and Jen Beattie congratulated.
It was a celebration of teammates, friends, and it was just a wonderful thing.
Even being able to say the words cancer-free is just the best feeling. Cut. Knowing that life is resumed to normality for me is just the most unbelievable feeling.
Jen thinks that this is just a standard team meeting, but in fact, we're going to surprise her with this, so let's go. Hello, girls. So, Beats, to go through what you have been through, the strength, bravery and belief that you did it with speaks volumes of you as a person. So I am so happy to present this year's BBC Sports Personality of the Year Helen Rollison Award to you.
It's a huge, huge honour. I thought about the people that had won it previously before me, and to be in the same sort of category as that is just, it's overwhelming.
I think of all the things she's done, this is the most important moment. Because I think you can always be recognised for being good at kicking a ball. She wanted it to be about, you know, making sure she saved some lives, I think.
Being an ambassador for breast cancer, she is helping young women and also men come to terms with lumps and bumps and to deal with them early and to go and seek help.
I can honestly say that getting checked is probably one of the most important things. If you feel anything that feels out of the norm, go get checked. It definitely saved my life.
So many different emotions in that, and even out of the darkness, Jen shows you can always find the light. Jen also shows in that film how in a time where she could have felt isolated and alone, she found a real support system in her team. So nice to share that moment with them.
And her example is also a really positive, inspirational message to those who are facing treatment right now. It does work, you will come out the other side. The 2021 Helen Rollison recipient is Jennifer Beattie.
Congratulations, Jen, so well deserved. Staying with women's football, next year is another massive one with England staging the Euros. The hosts and Northern Ireland are both involved.
And it's congratulations to England's Ellen White, who this year became the Lionesses' all-time leading goal scorer. She now has 48, I think. That's the same number as you, isn't it, Gary?
Yeah.
She's probably going to end up getting a lot more.
All right, let's now stay with the beautiful game and head north of the border and look back on the year with Super Ali.
It hurts to see your rivals win year on year. Really hurts. But each new season brings new hope, new players, new belief. First big test. Time to hammer home advantage. and see in the new year with a bang. With Rangers on course to be the first club in the world to win 55 titles, the Cups were heading to another club close to my heart. St Johnstone with a historic Cup double. Celtic's decade of domination was over. But while a new chapter starts, another sadly ended. The streets once again full to say goodbye to a true Scottish legend. Walter Smith. Thanks, Gaffer. You'll never be forgotten.
You certainly won't be, Walter, and thanks to Rangers and Scottish legend Ally McCoist for that film.
And there's been some significant action again in Scotland today with the second Scottish League Cup final of 2021. And it's congratulations to Celtic following a 2-1 win over Hibs.
Time now to head back to the Euros, and the last 16 is where we pick it up.
Wales again made the knockout stages 5 years after their magnificent run to the semi-final, but this time they fell at the first hurdle, beaten 4-0 by Denmark. So that left England as the only home nation still in it.
There was hope, there was hype, and football was coming home again.
For Gareth's gang to progress, first they'd have to beat Germany at Wembley for a place in the quarters.
So cue our final contender, Raheem Sterling, to keep the ball rolling and the Three Lions roaring.
It is an unbelievable feeling every time I walk out of Wembley.
Sterling! That will do nicely!
Being in London, scoring the winning goal to start our campaign off, it was a beautiful feeling. And said, yeah, just to be at home.
Raheem leads by example with his performances, and I think he's on a 60-odd caps now and he's only 27, so just shows the talent he has.
Sometimes I just stand back and, take my hat off to him because what he does on the field, it's fantastic.
You know, I remember going into that game, and I think probably a lot of the boys would have had the same feeling, was the belief that the fans gave us to be able to go out there and perform. And I think that's what was so special about this summer, was the togetherness of the whole country.
Shaw, across for Sterling! Wembley ignites!
One of the best feelings in the world, to be honest with you, scoring a goal. When you hear the fans shouting, it's an unbelievable feeling, and an even better one in an England shirt.
In comes the captain! It's finally happened! England beat Germany at a major tournament.
It's like a roller coaster. Every single hurdle we kind of come over. That's why we play. We want to achieve them big moments.
Portugal out, the Netherlands out, and now the world champions France are going home.
The Ukraine game, I just remember we got off to a good start, and that just builds the rhythm for the game. It was a beautiful night in the end.
Ukraine blown away, England on their way to the semi-finals of the European Championship. It's Jorginho. Italy are into the final. England and Denmark! That is some sort of wonder strike from Mikkel Damsgaard.
We always believe anyway, no matter what game we go into, we believe that we can win that game.
It's Saka who got round the back. England had to hit back quickly. It is going to be extra time for England. Sterling going around them all, and Sterling down in the box. It is a penalty for England.
It's been a long day now. We've got a chance to, to score in with a few minutes left on the clock, and we can be going through.
Schmeichel saves. Kane is there to follow into the final of a major tournament for the first time in 55 years.
It was a crazy feeling. The noise from the fans was brilliant. That's one that will stick in the memory for a long time. Going into the final, very confident. This is a game that we know we can win.
And it's Luke Shaw!
The place just erupted, and it was a great feeling. For Luke to score early doors after 3 minutes was great.
Flicked across. This is a problem. Italy are level, and it is Bonucci. No time for anything more. England once again are involved in a penalty shootout. Rashford. The nation holds its breath. And Rashford has missed. 2-2 after 3. Now the pressure goes back on England's players. Sancho.
Saved by Donnarumma. Italy are one kick away from European glory.
I knew I had to save the penalty for us to continue in the game and hopefully win it.
It's Jorginho. Pickford is down to stop him. England are still alive.
I'm a goalkeeper and that's my job to keep the ball out in net as much as I can.
Saka has to score. It's saved by Donnarumma. And it's Italy who are the champions of Europe. Real heartache for England's young Lions.
It was very painful, and of course, for those players, they would have been really disappointed, but at the same time, they had everyone here's support.
It wasn't meant to be, it didn't work out, but we're hungry, we're ready, we've got the desire to go again.
This is part of the journey as a football player. We're here and wanted to learn and wanted to improve, and that's exactly what those boys would do.
Oh, so near for England, and in a moment we'll catch up with Raheem. Before we do that, though, I'm delighted to say England manager Gareth Southgate is here with us. And I said to you then, you don't have to watch it again. And you said, actually, that's the first time you've really seen it with commentary. You've had time, a lot of time to reflect on that night and that whole experience, actually, those weeks. What are your thoughts now?
Well, an amazing journey. Of course, you spend most of the months afterwards thinking about what might have been. And then as you get towards the end of the year and we finished our games, a chance to reflect on the incredible job the players did, because we took a whole country with us for a number of weeks and managed to have an incredible year, really. 19 matches. The penalty shootout was the one sour note. So, yeah, they did a brilliant job.
We know you think they're a very special bunch of players, and they've been on this wonderful journey with you over the last few years. The progression is tangible. You can see it from Russia, a semi-final in 2018, a final in 2021 at the Euros. A year today, it's the World Cup final. Can this group go that next step?
Well, it would be lovely, with due respect, if we're not here then, wouldn't it? So,
we'd quite like that.
Yeah, look, we've got that nice moment as a team where we know we're progressing. They've seen what's possible and they've got close enough for that really to fuel their hunger, but they haven't got there yet. So it's in our hands, really. We're one of probably 7 or 8 teams that could win it, but we are in that mix and we've got to be at our very best against a lot of these top sides from all the knockout stages on. Most of those were 50-50 games and the competition is really tight, but we can.
Let's bring it round to Raheem Sterling, who is one of our 6 contenders tonight. And can you tell us the part he played this summer? He's nominated for his work off the pitch and also for Manchester City, but the part he played for you in that special summer?
Well, he'd had a disappointing end for him in terms of the end of the season, and we had a highly motivated player who we knew had got a great goal-scoring record with us in the last few years. His all-round play, he's a danger to teams all the time, and he had that sense of destiny being at Wembley, so close to where he was born. The hunger to show people what he could do on the big stage. The last couple of tournaments hadn't gone as well as he had hoped personally. And he was phenomenal throughout the whole summer. He had that real drive and delivered really important moments with goals, assists, and just putting other teams on the back foot.
Thank you so much, Gareth. Thank you for being with us tonight. Well, today, Raheem's been playing for Manchester City at Newcastle. He's on his way back right now from that match. So earlier, Gary caught up with him.
Raheem, thank you very much for joining us. And first things first, congratulations on yet another victory today. And you got a goal for us.
Yeah, it was, you know, a difficult place. Newcastle is always a difficult place to come. But we know, play our football and we'll get the result we need.
Let me take you back to the Euros. You grew up, of course, just a stone's throw away from Wembley. How special was it for you to perform so well in your own backyard?
Yeah, it was, you know, the build-up to the tournament. You know, I had great motivation. As I said, it's been a childhood dream of mine, you know, to play at Wembley Stadium. So every time I go back there, if it's with City or with England, you know, I always have an extra motivation because I said just growing up yards away from the stadium, you know, I was really up for it.
You played a big part yourself, of course, in the tournament. You scored some crucial goals. Always nice to get one against Germany. How was it being part of a team that got to the final for the first time in 55 years?
Yeah, I think the one thing that we do have as a collective, you know, the belief within the team. We've got some players playing at, you know, the highest level, challenging for big trophies, major trophies. And, you know, we go against, as I said, you can see against Germany, the belief that we had there, you know, with everyone behind us, the support we had. You know, we thought we can do it, and, you know, we went out there and done exactly that.
We've had another very successful year with Manchester City as well, of course. Carabao Cup win, yet another Premier League title, went very close in the Champions League, scored 100 Premier League goals. You're something of a veteran now.
Only 27, not a veteran quite yet.
The World Cup's 12 months away. In fact, it's the final, 12 months today. That has to be a target for you.
Yeah, as I said, the environment that we have within the national team at the moment, you know, each tournament we go in, we get better. We go that one step ahead. You know, the World Cup will be no different. You know, we got to a final, which, as I said, you know, you had people congratulating us. And I said, the group, we were disappointed. It was a tournament we truly believed we could have won in the Euros. So now with the World Cup, another tournament, another opportunity, another time to get together again and try to do the nation proud. And it's no secret, you know, we want to go out there, we want to win it. But at the same time, if you want to win it, you've got to put the performances in. And that's all we can do, and we'll be ready.
Raheem, congratulations on a fabulous year, and good luck with tonight's main award. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Well, we've now seen and heard from all of our contenders. It's now time for you to vote for your BBC Sports Personality of the Year.
To vote, calls to the short number from a mobile cost 15 pence. Calls to the long number cost 15p plus your network's access charge. Please ask the bill payer's permission.
Yeah, you can also vote online by visiting bbc.co.uk/spotty, where you'll find the terms and privacy notice.
So now we can announce that voting is open! You've got about 30 minutes to vote, and here are the all-important details you need.
Voting for the 2021 BBC Sports Personality of the Year is now open.
To vote from a mobile, call 622 and add the number of your favourite.
To vote from a landline, call 09 015 22 82 and add the number of your favourite.
For Tom Daly, add 01.
For Tyson Fury, add 02.
For Adam Peaty, add 03.
For Emma Raducanu, add 04.
For Raheem Sterling, add 05.
For Sarah Story, add 06.
Calls to the short number from a mobile cost 15 pence. Calls to the long number cost 15 pence plus your network's access charge. And please ask the bill payer's permission.
You can also vote online by visiting bbc.co.uk/spotty, where you will find the terms and privacy notice.
All voting details are available to view on the red button, where they'll be signed for sign language users.
Voting closes later in the show, so please do not try to vote if you're watching on demand.
Swap striking partners.
Wait.
Don't forget your favourite needs you, so vote now.
Yeah, let's kick off the second half. That one was for you there, Gary. With our next award, the Unsung Hero.
Before we do, we want to pay tribute to the ultimate hero, Captain Sir Tom Moore, who sadly passed away this year.
Yes. There'll always be a special place in all our hearts for Captain Tom, who walked that extra mile. And it's our unsung heroes who do just that in their communities.
Supported by Made by Sport and BBC Local Radio's Make a Difference campaign, this special award is run across all the BBC's 15 nations and regions. It honours those wonderful people who give up their time to help others through the power of sport.
Joining us virtually tonight are many of those 15 winners. There you all are. I feel like I'm just doing that geeky wave at you. I need to stop. But you can find out more about their amazing work by going to bbc.co.uk/unsung hero.
You're all superstars, but there can only be one overall champion, of course. And so to announce the winner, please welcome double Olympic champion, Rebecca Adlington.
Rebecca, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. It's lovely to see you. Can you tell us why this award is so important?
I think it's one of those that without these guys, sport simply wouldn't be possible because, you know, clubs are run by parents, fans, the volunteers, and right the way up until elite sport. Like, even the Olympics, they don't happen without the volunteers, your games makers, all those people. So right from that community through to elite, people like these guys all here are just so, so important. And I'm so happy they get rewarded because they often get unrecognised.
Okay, everyone is waiting. Can you do the honours and tell us who the winner is, please?
Okay, good luck. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the 2021 Unsung Hero is Sam Barlow.
Oh, wow. I think it's safe to say Sam was slightly surprised. But congratulations. We'll hear from you in just a minute. We'll give you a chance to calm down a fraction. Or maybe not. Sam is from the BBC region of East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. And this film tells us why she's the ultimate unsung hero.
Fit Mums and Friends started in 2009 when I was a lonely mum and I really wanted some people to run with and be active with.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
Fit Mums and Friends has now grown to 11 clubs across Yorkshire. I think the reason it's grown really is because of Sam's enthusiasm.
And then we're just going to be punching to the front if anyone's had a bad day today.
She's just relentlessly positive and full of life.
Tap, tap.
It's mums, dads, granddads, kids as well. It's grown over the years massively.
I do it because I absolutely love it. Whether you've got a visual impairment, whether you've got any sort of need at all, then we'll make it so that we can help.
It's more than just a running club. What they've experienced has changed people's lives.
Go to the end and back and you'll be a good time.
Her family have had to support her over the years. Mike was the quiet strength behind her at home. Mike passed just before we went into another lockdown.
Sam has used that experience to develop the walking and grief groups.
The one thing that Mike taught me was that you've just got to keep going.
What she's done for the community is just amazing.
She just gives so much of herself all the time. She never asks for anything back either.
She often just feels happier to have helped someone else.
Incredible, Sam. You really are a star, a true inspiration. We saw your reaction just before. Please tell us what it means to you.
I just want to say an enormous thank you. It's an incredible thing that the BBC recognises even the work of all the volunteers in communities across the country. And I feel really honoured to be one of many amazing nominees tonight. And I just want to say that the volunteers that work with me are the magic of everything that happens, because I have the ideas, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those volunteers out in communities supporting and helping people. And of course, tonight I dedicate this award to my husband, my amazing husband. And for him, sport kept him going through a diagnosis of a very rare tumour. And Mike's ambition was always to keep on going. And if he couldn't run, he would walk. And if he couldn't walk, he would coach and he would support people. So I just want to say, please, everybody, have hope. Whatever happens, have hope. And please, just keep going. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sam. Beautifully said, if I may say so. And I don't know about anyone else, but your reaction to when you won might just be the Zoom moment of 2021. Congratulations once again, our 2021 Unsung Hero, Sam Barlow.
Brilliant. Great seeing you, Harold. To golf now. And in a generally genteel sport, the noisiest rivalry of all, Europe versus the US of A.
This year, both the Solheim and Ryder Cups were fought out within weeks of each other.
As always, when these two continents collide, something extraordinary happens.
We saw stunning shot-making combined with drama and emotion.
Two cups, two continents. Europe against America. Their turf, their talent, maybe just their turn.
Here we go then.
Quickly, the Europeans lost their way. Rory wandered off course. Even Ian Poulter, the man they called the postman, couldn't deliver. In the eye of the storm, the perfect calm of John Ram.
And another one.
He couldn't save Europe on his own, though. The gap widened. Europe needed a miracle bigger than Medina. And even though Rory finally came to the party, a steady stream of American points took them to the brink. Colin Morikawa, the Open winner, closed the deal.
And USA have won the Ryder Cup.
1909, the biggest modern era Ryder Cup victory from America's youngest side. Let's change the subject. The Solheim Cup. Europe had youth, experience, and for the first time, Ireland's Leona Maguire. Remember the name.
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous by Leona.
Europe just 2 points ahead before the singles.
Brilliant. Maguire unbeaten for the week, 4.5 very hard-earned points.
A rookie record. But it was another first-timer, Matilda Castren, who had the putt that won the cup.
Europe had retained the Solheim Cup.
Only Europe's second away Solheim Cup win.
A magnificent triumph of team spirit and togetherness, led expertly by Katrina Matthew.
Super scenes there for Team Europe at the Solheim Cup, and it is a joy to welcome Skipper Supreme Katrina Matthew. Katrina, thanks so much for being here. Now, it's hard enough to win on American soil, but to do so with no European fans at all, that makes it really tough.
Yeah, it was really difficult, actually. We knew going out there, obviously, because of COVID, we weren't going to have any fans. You know, I felt sorry for the players having no kind of friends and family there, but in a kind of strange sort of way, I think it brought us even closer together as a team. And I think we just went out there with that kind of belief and determination that we were going to beat them and do it for all the fans who were watching back home on TV.
Katrina, you are the first European skipper to win back-to-back Solheim Cups, which is just incredible. How proud does that make you?
Yeah, I was lucky to have two good teams. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of help in the background from the other vice-captains and everyone from the tour. But, yeah, I mean, it was an amazing achievement. I mean, Glen Eagles was, you know, an amazing finish coming down to Suzanne, you know, the last putt in the last green, and then obviously at Inverness this year. But, you know, I think both teams really came together well, and they just played really well that week. I was just fortunate to be the captain.
You mentioned Suzanne there. Suzanne Petterson takes over now as captain. If she asked you for advice, what will you say to her about the role?
I think obviously to enjoy it, and you've got to do it. You've got to use your personality and do it your way. But I think communication. All the players, they always they just want to know what's going on, whether they're playing or whether they're not playing.
It's true. Communication is the key to everything. Katrina, thank you so much, and it's wonderful to see you tonight. Congratulations again on another stunning success.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Voting for the 2021 BBC Sports Personality of the Year is now open.
To vote from a mobile, call 622 82 and add the number of your favourite.
To vote from a landline, call 09015 2282 and add the number of your favourite.
For Tom Daly, add 01.
For Tyson Fury, add 02.
For Adam Peaty, add 03.
For Emma Raducanu, add 04.
For Raheem Sterling, add 05.
For Sarah Story, add 06.
Calls to the short number from a mobile cost 15p. Calls to the long number cost 15p, plus your network's access charge, and please ask the bill payer's permission.
You can also vote online by visiting bbc.co.uk/spotty, where you'll find terms and privacy notice.
All voting details are available to view on the red button, where they'll be signed for sign language users.
Please do not try to vote if you're watching on demand. Voting closes in about 20 minutes' time, so don't delay, as your favourite needs you.
New York glory for Daniil Medvedev. The US Open title was his long-awaited first Grand Slam in the men's singles.
Britain's Joel Salisbury also cracked the stakes. He did the doubles-double. He won the men's and the mixed. Plus, Gordon Reid and Alfie Hewitt made history, becoming the first pair to win all 4 men's wheelchair double slams in the same season.
A net gain for England in New Zealand, their first ever series win there.
At close of play in the cricket season, Warwickshire became county champions and Bob Willis Cup winners. The One Day Cup headed to Glamorgan and the Kent Spitfires soared to the T20 title.
The marathon moved. Same place, different month. It looked normal. It's always exceptional. Victories to Cissé Lemma and Jocelyn Jepkosgei, Marcel Hoog and Manuela Shah won the wheelchair races.
It's been a big year for British jabs. Lawrence Okoli won a world belt at cruiserweight. Hannah Rankin grabbed 2 at super welterweight.
Chantel Cameron now has 2 at light welterweight, and Savannah Marshall defended her middleweight title twice.
And finally, from striking to biking, Fabio Quartararo won the MotoGP for the first time.
While the great Valentino Rossi rode off into the sunset after 26 magnificent seasons and 9 World Championship titles.
Arrivederci, Valentino, one of the greats. Now, when we look back on 2021, we should do so with pride because it was one of Britain's greatest sporting success stories ever.
Yeah, and when it came to the Olympics and Paralympics, just look at this final score. Collectively, Team GB and Paralympics GB won 63 gold, 59 silver and 67 bronze. Some quick maths right now. That's an amazing 189 medals.
You just did that in your head.
It's the only time I've been good at maths, Gary.
Pretty impressive. Incredible. These are very special times indeed for British sport. So let's celebrate all that success from so many of our athletes who were big in Japan.
No painted trains on the underground, no kids with spray cans jumping over fences.
They have produced the perfect performance.
Suits and ties all march in a straight line, deafening the sound of the helpless.
The world #1 pair, gold medalists. Bronze for Declan Brooks.
It's the city of 1,000 heartbeats. Go run for another soul. Same building on a different street, but nobody knows. Tear it down.
Oh, it's unbelievable! Johnny Peacock will take a medal home. A wonderful double for Ben Watson.
Super stuff there from Giles.
Mine's a city with 1,000 heartbeats. We're just trying to keep a dream alive. No sign on a no street I don't recognize. Tear it down till it's gone.
Win gold by miles.
Kill the lights, while you're on. Is it all you ever
A glittering 5th Olympic gold medal for Laura Kenny. Jason Kenny stands alone in British Olympic history.
Yet more marvellous moments there, and it's great to be joined by many of our Olympic and Paralympic heroes tonight who've helped make this such a golden year.
Yeah, there they are. And to represent our red, white and blue winning machine, it's an honour to welcome the greatest Team GB sporting couple we have ever seen, Jason and Laura Kenny.
A warm welcome. You're Britain's most successful female and male Olympians. Must be terribly competitive at home.
No, I don't think so, no. I mean, I think... team, aren't we? Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think in everyday life, no, we're not. It's funny, I feel like I'm more competitive with Albie these days than we are with each other. He hates losing, so every ball game I'm like, no, I'm winning.
That's where great sportsmen come from, isn't it?
It's always my fault when he loses.
Yeah, it's always your fault.
Well, talking about Albie, look, we see this amazing footage up here. A future Olympian in the making. Talk us through this technique, actually.
Well, I mean, it would be embarrassing, wouldn't it, if we couldn't teach a 2.5-year-old to ride a bike? He just picked it up really fast, but he hates it. Like, he just doesn't really like bike riding at all. He's more into football than he is cycling.
Yeah, he's football.
Gary's smiling at that.
Yeah. So maybe you can give us a hand, because we're useless at football.
Always available. Babysitting services. Paris, you're going to go again. Add more gold medals.
I think that was directed at you, wasn't it?
Both of you.
I mean, I think it would be, if we were in the team, I think it would be stupid not to put our hand up and say, you know what, yeah, I'm ready. But you've got to get in the team, and obviously that's the biggest issue. Because the way British cycling works, you've always got people developing, you've always got people coming through. I mean, my sister's the junior coach, so I'm like, please don't coach these kids very well, because, you know, that's my spot gone if they're good.
Yeah, well, you've got a track record, so you should be all right, shouldn't you?
Yeah, we'll see. Like Laura said, the journey's just started to Paris now, so we've just started training, and sort of we'll just have to wait and see, really. Like you say, if we're in the team, then obviously we'll be there.
Yeah, you've got to be in the team. And good luck and all the best. But stick around, please, as we've got a little job for you at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah, we've got to make them work. Now, Gabby, do you like party games at Christmas?
Love them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love a quiz.
Quelle surprise.
Yeah, so here's a question for you. If you add together the medals won by Team GB and Paralympics GB in London, and you compare them to the medals that they won in Tokyo, how many more did they win in Tokyo?
5?
Oh, that's very close. No. It's 4. So that is a fun fact that I'm giving you for Christmas.
Well, there's a first. OK, what about the rest of the world, Claire? Because there are some more magical moments from Tokyo from the global greats now.
Japanese skateboarding has come of age. Brilliant debut.
The double gold medalist, Elaine Thompson-Herah, a 4th Olympic medal. Finally, it's a golden one.
And Brazil have a gold medal. Another gold medal for Emma McKeon. My goodness me, what a brilliant swim that was.
It's McLaughlin's title and a new world record. It's gold for Norway. He is Superman.
The biggest upset we've ever seen.
This guy is a true star.
Olympic champion, Eliud Kipchoge.
What an effort from Stefan Hassan.
Jacobs is the Olympic champion.
Can we have 2 gold?
Well, competing at those Olympics was a superstar who's the recipient of our next award, which is for Lifetime Achievement.
Over a career that has seen her set new records and achieve new standards, Tokyo will stand out not for winning gold medals, but for winning the respect of the world, for how she dealt with pressure, attention, criticism.
Yep, in Japan, she led the conversation about mental health, providing a voice for so many facing adversity. Her strength, her inner belief, and her enormous natural talent have got her to the very top. She's changed the game, rewritten the record books.
She is one of the greatest gymnasts we've ever seen, but she's also a human being who understands what it's like to be fragile and afraid. Our Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Simone Biles.
Simone Biles is the greatest gymnast of our generation. But her journey to glory hasn't always been an easy one.
Well, Simone was born in Columbus, Ohio, to my daughter from my first marriage. My daughter had problems. She was involved with drugs and alcohol. When the kids were placed in the foster care, I asked the social workers to send them to us here in Texas.
Simone was just full of life, always jumping, always talking.
Hyper, loud, and energetic.
One day at the daycare, they were going on a field trip. It was raining, so my son said, well, let's go over to this gymnastics facility that wasn't too far.
She'd never been to one before. Whatever she was doing caught the eyes of the coaches.
I just remember seeing the girls in the back gym, which were the teen kids, and they were flipping around, and I was like, oh, I think I could do that, so I started copying them.
By the time she was 9, she was one of the best gymnasts in Texas.
From the best in Texas at 9 to the world stage at 16. Quite a leap for the young woman from Houston, but defying gravity is what she does best.
a worthy world champion.
And from there, it was crazy.
The whole world knew who she was.
Yes.
And at her first Olympic Games in Rio, her name was to be written into the history books.
Simone Biles gets her 4th gold medal of the Rio Olympics.
But behind this tale of incredible success lay a dark truth. A story of bravery and courage, of daring to speak out against abuse.
Speaking up about it and knowing that I helped so many other survivors out there, I think honestly, that's what helped me, and to know that I wasn't going through it alone.
Her story is of bravery, even this summer, when the whole world was watching and expecting.
That wasn't what we're accustomed to seeing.
She called me. She was very devastated and crying and saying that she cannot do it. And so I just told her, I said, then don't do it.
I'm sorry. I love you guys.
Simone put her Olympic journey on hold. She put her mental health first.
I wouldn't change it for the world. I think it did a lot of good, and it showed people that we are human, not just athletes and entertainment.
Courageous and not defeated, she stepped up one more time in the Tokyo arena.
To the delight of the gymnastics world, Simone Biles is back.
She was able to do it. And I think, I think it did amaze the entire world.
This, her 7th Olympic medal, to add to her 25 World Championship medals. Exceptional, inspirational, simply one of a kind.
Isn't she incredible? A true champion, an ultimate competitor with an incredible story. Simone Biles is a very, very special woman.
And like many of us, Simone is getting ready for Christmas, and she sent us this message from her home in Houston, Texas.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all safe and well. I'm so sorry I can't be with you tonight, but I wanted to take this opportunity to send my sincerest gratitude to you all for this unbelievable honor. To receive the BBC Sports Personality of the Year Lifetime Achievement Award is truly humbling. When I see those names who have been honored before me, I can hardly believe it. 2021 wasn't quite the year I was expecting. This summer, I had to take a step back from competition to recover from an invisible injury. This was the hardest decision of my life, but I chose to speak out to show mental health struggles are nothing to be ashamed of. I was expecting some criticism at first, but what happened was the complete opposite. The support and encouragement I received was overwhelming, and it fills my heart to think of those positive words. I want to take this moment to thank my teammates, my friends, and my family who gave me and continue to give me so much love and strength. And I'm so grateful to everyone in the UK who sent such supportive and loving messages to me at that time. What I will always treasure more than any medal is hearing how I may have helped someone feel a little better. I will carry on fighting for what I believe in, for sport to be a safer place for young people, to grow and flourish, and I will continue to speak up about mental health. Thank you again so much for this truly wonderful honor and what it represents. I hope you all have a great evening, and I wish you a very safe and happy Christmas.
Wow, and how appropriate are those words, tattooed there, "And still I rise," from the Maya Angelou poem.
And she does. Beautiful words. And we wish her all the very best for 2022. Our Lifetime Achievement recipient is Simone Biles.
Yes, a great champion. And who will be our 2021 Spotty champion? Voting closes in just over 5 minutes' time. So if you haven't voted yet, you can go and do it now. And remember, your vote could be the difference.
Time now for Formula One. And this year, we witnessed one of the greatest sporting battles ever seen between 7-time champion Lewis Hamilton and Flying Dutchman Max Verstappen.
Gary, my shoulders are going. I like it when they play that music. From the lights out in March, yes, to that final checkered flag just last week. The season was full of thrills, spills, clashes, crashes and controversy.
And it all came down to the very last lap of the very last race.
Rivalry. It
It's defined by competition for the same objective.
To become a world champion.
But it's not as simple as that.
The most anticipated season in a long time in Formula One begins now.
Two guys that want the same thing.
Hamilton wins the first race of 2021.
But for different reasons.
Red Bull and Verstappen are bringing the fight to Mercedes.
A great going for history and a pretender to the world champ's throne.
Max Verstappen wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Yes!
Rivalries explode when there's a clash of styles.
Oh, into the wall is Max Verstappen from the lead of the race.
Its inevitable worlds will collide.
And Hamilton's going for it again to the inside of Cobb's corner, and they make contact. Verstappen's in the wall. Hamilton with an iconic victory in Silverstone.
When there's no backing down.
And they're off. Verstappen is on top of Hamilton, and the title rivals collide again.
You've both put it all on the line.
Verstappen holds off the Hamilton charge. Yes, guys. Hamilton wins in Brazil. Yes, come on, guys. Let's keep pushing.
Hold your nerve. Embrace the chaos.
Verstappen forces him off the circuit.
This guy's crazy, man. Let's give the position back to Hamilton.
Oh, they crashed. Hamilton's gone into the back of Verstappen.
Just brake testing me.
It's simple now.
Hamilton wins in Jeddah and is now level on points with Max Verstappen, going to the final race of the season.
Winner takes all.
How aggressive is Verstappen going to be? He sends it and he's through. Hamilton emerged in front, but he cut the chicane.
The rivalry of a season squeezed into one last burst.
Safety car's ending, but the lap cars are there.
Mikey, this isn't right.
One final lap.
We go racing again. Verstappen has brand new, fresh, soft tyres. He sends it, coming into turn 5, and Verstappen takes the lead. Hamilton now to the outside of Verstappen. They're coming down to turn 9. Hamilton doesn't do it.
This has been manipulated, man.
And Verstappen is going to become the world champion.
And just like that, it's over.
Oh my God! Max Verstappen, you are the world champion.
That was the most incredible end to a season that had absolutely everything, apart possibly from a fair final lap.
It was tense. And even though Lewis didn't win an 8th title, he won another 8 Grand Prix in a year which he showed yet again what a great champion he is, both on and off the track.
He's a class act and now a Knight of the Realm. Arise, Sir Lewis, you deserve all the accolades because you are one of the greatest sports stars Britain has ever produced.
From horsepower, we now move on to real horsepower and racing, where this year the world witnessed a moment of history on the hallowed Aintree turf.
Because back in April, one of sport's biggest glass ceilings was smashed when Irish jockey Rachel Blackmore became the first woman ever to ride the winner of the Grand National.
I grew up on a farm in County Tipperary. Going back to my early days, I did love going fast on my pony. The Grand National is definitely my first memories of racing. I just remember it being such an event. There's a different feel about the race. There's so many variables. It's an extremely unique race.
Away we go, Miss Randolph's Grand National.
I knew after jumping too that he was enjoying them. He jumped from fence to fence.
And Minella Times and Rachel Blackmore is going sweetly.
This is his first time over the national fences, so you're hoping your horse will take to it.
Coming to the second last in the Grand National, Rachel Blackmore jumps to the front.
It's stuff you can't even dream about.
One of the great Grand National stories, Rachel Blackmore becomes the first female rider to win the Grand National.
I wasn't hit by the fact that I was the first female to do it. I was just delighted to be a jockey that had won it.
What an amazing story!
Just a wonderful day, and she was always in the perfect place in the race. She was trying very hard to get here tonight, couldn't quite make it. Instead joins us now via the magic of technology. Rachel, you're all dressed up, ready to come into the studio. Sadly not, but wonderful to see you and to be able to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
I made it as far as airport, but unfortunately I didn't quite.
Yes.
Well, look, it's great to have you with us, and there's obviously a bit of a delay, but we'll plough on because you look back over your life, and you as that little girl who was crazy about horses, could she have ever dreamed that she would become leading jockey at Cheltenham, the first woman ever to do that, and then win Aintree in the same season, win the Grand National at Aintree, the first woman to do that? That little girl had big dreams. Were they that big?
I think they were so big, I never even dreamt that they could happen, to be honest. Yeah, it far surpassed anything I could have ever imagined. So it was just an incredible year.
And what has the response been like? Because when you win the Grand National, it breaks outside the realm of racing, doesn't it? What sort of things have people said to you, and what's happened to you since?
Oh, look, the reaction's been brilliant. You know, obviously for me personally, there's such massive things to achieve, but I think when you can bring a bit of joy to other people, that makes them even more special. You know, the reaction from everyone at home has been incredible, and yeah, look, I feel very, very privileged to have had the year I've had.
And can I ask you about the thrill of riding in a race? When you're in the Grand National or in any big race like the Champion Hurdle, and you know you're going well enough to win, what's happening in your head?
Yeah, look, I suppose you're probably getting a little bit excited when you're 3/4 of the way through a race, and you know you're still going well. So yeah, look, the Grand National was incredible. I just, you know, I felt like I was exactly where I wanted to be. You know, I visualized or imagined how I'd like things to work out, and they seemed to just happen. And you know, you need a lot of things to fall into place for that to happen. So yeah, it was just incredible.
Well, keep that link open, Rachel, because we have an award to announce. It is for the World Sports Star. And,
of course, Rachel was, or is, one of the list of 6, which also included Formula 1 champion Max Verstappen, Mexico's boxing great Canelo Alvarez, American football legend Tom Brady, Grand Slam great Novak Djokovic, and Jamaica's Olympic sprint queen Elaine Thompson-Herah.
The winner was decided by a public vote run by the BBC Sport website, and I can now announce the 2021 World Sports Star is Rachel Blackmore.
Congratulations, Rachel. You are an incredible role model, but you're in a list there of global greats, and the public have voted for you. That was a public vote. How does it feel?
Oh, unbelievable. I was definitely a bit suspicious when I heard Claire saying to leave the link open. Look, it's unbelievable. I really feel, you know, so many people at home voted or got someone over in the UK, you know, to vote, and like the support has been incredible. To be honest, I got such a kick out of being on that list of nominees. It's just incredible. You know, the whole night, like I only got to log on there, you know, 5 minutes ago, and you know, Simone Biles, you know, just won an award. It's just incredible. Like it's kind of overwhelming to think that I'm being given an award next. It's unbelievable.
Rachel, get yourself in a cab and come over and get your award, all right?
Exactly.
You're all dressed up. We've got a glass of champagne waiting for you. I don't think there's anything more 2021 than being in Manchester Airport winning the Global Sports Star Award.
Exactly, but you deserve it so much, and I'm so thrilled that people did vote for you in such vast numbers. Good luck over the Christmas period, Rachel. You've got lots of big rides coming. You're such a star, and indeed our World Sports Star of the Year. Rachel Blackmore.
There's lots still to come between now and 9 o'clock before we announce the main award winner.
And I've got an announcement to make right now, Gary, because I can tell you that the voting for 2021 Sports Personality of the Year is now closed.
It's closed.
That's
I haven't voted yet.
Announcement.
Please do not call, as your vote won't count, but you may still be charged.
OK, rugby union now, and this autumn we've seen some eye-catching performances.
Ireland stunned New Zealand, Scotland beat Australia, England defeated world champions South Africa, and Wales also beat the Wallabies.
And that victory for Wales capped another fantastic year, which saw them lift the Six Nations title once more.
The Six Nations of 2021 is underway.
There's
It's a first win for Scotland at Twickenham since 1983.
Wales have got away with it.
Wales daring to believe again.
It's 2 out of 2 for France.
Oh, hang on.
Got to give us time to
Please.
Wales win. Who would have thought it? And Ireland take the lead at Murrayfield.
Any thoughts of a Grand Slam for France have disappeared at Twickenham.
The Grand Slam is on for Wales.
A third championship defeat, a poor return for World Cup finalists.
For Wales, 1 victory for the Grand Slam.
Yellow card for you.
Oh, it's down to the wire. Wales are denied.
The chase is on for France. And Scotland have won at the death. No title, nothing for France tonight. Everything to those who celebrate 300 miles away in Wales. They have the title.
You've got to love the Six Nations, haven't you?
Indeed, Jiffy, that's 2 wins from the last 3 Six Nations for Wales. And in the Women's Six Nations, England won a 4th title in 5 years after beating France 10-6 in the final.
And then came back-to-back record wins against current world champions New Zealand. In fact, England's women have equalled the men's record of 18 successive wins. It's a World Cup next October, so good luck to them and to Wales, and Scotland hoping to qualify in January.
There's also a Rugby League World Cup in England next October, and all 61 matches from the men, women and wheelchair competitions will be shown live and exclusive across all BBC platforms.
As for this year, domestic success was dominated by one club who wear a big red V. So let's head to Vegas. That's Johnny Vegas for this report.
Welcome to sunny St Helens. My kind of town, my kind of team. Because in 2021, the Saints went marching in big time! First up, the Women's Challenge Cup final. Good night, York! Happy day! At Wembley, the men cut down Classy Cass. A first win since 2008.
Make it out in at the corner. St Helens are Challenge Cup winners.
Next, the grand final. League leaders Catalan came close, I mean really close, but Saints edged them out.
There's no stopping St Helens. What a kick. What a night.
What a game. 3 wins in a row. Have it! And then it was the turn of the table-topping women. And the Rhinos got rampage. Make mine a treble. A treble. Mwah! 5 trophies in the bag. Get in! That is why I love you, St Helens. I love you. Oh, and the Saints go marching in!
You've got to love a bit of Johnny Vegas. And well done again, the Super Saints.
And staying with Rugby League, what a legend Kevin Sinfield is. A few weeks ago, he ran 101 miles from Leicester to Leeds in just 24 hours. But the pain from pounding the pavements was worth it, as he raised over £2 million for research into motor neuron disease. Well done, Kevin.
It's time now to give out another trophy and reward our champion team of the year. And so, to announce the winner, please welcome 2-time Tokyo Paralympic gold medalist Hannah Cockcroft.
Hannah, thank you very much for being with us, and congratulations on your 2 gold medals in Tokyo. It must have been great to be part of such a successful British team.
You know what, it was absolutely amazing. It's one of the nicest teams I've ever been a part of. I think everyone just felt so lucky to be at the Games and to be there, being a part of history. You know, we're never going to have a Games like that again, so to be out there was incredible.
Fantastic stuff. Before you announce who's won, let's take a look at the leading contenders.
A wonderful, wonderful performance for Great Britain.
And Chelsea are the champions. The 2021 title is theirs.
England's history makers.
They are champions again.
They are the gold medalists. They've achieved immortality.
Hewitt and Reid have done it.
Manchester City are the Premier League champions.
There's no stopping St Helens when it matters the most.
Europe have retained the Solheim Cup.
Some greats in there. So, Hannah, can you do the honours and reveal our winner, please?
The 2021 Team of the Year is the England men's football team.
Many congratulations. Gave us so much entertainment. Sum up what this team means to you, this very young team as well, Gareth.
I think the fact that they are a team, I mean, I'm conscious, by the way, other teams won trophies, so we've got to acknowledge that. But I think what appealed to people was that this team, from the youngest to the oldest, from those that played every minute to those that didn't play any minutes, they really pulled together through the whole summer. And I think they represented the country brilliantly on and off the pitch.
They certainly did. Many congratulations to you all, but just please stay with us for a minute. We've got another award to give out for the Coach of the Year, and there's some very strong contenders.
Yes, there is. Katrina Matthew led Team Europe to Solheim Cup success. Emma Hayes masterminded Chelsea women's domestic clean sweep. Her male counterpart at Stamford Bridge, Thomas Tuchel, guided the men to that illustrious Champions League crown.
Mel Marshall again trained Adam Peaty to Olympic gold. And Jane Figueiredo was the force behind Tom Daley and Matty Lee's 10-metre synchro diving gold in Tokyo.
But the expert panel voted unanimously, and the 2021 Coach of the Year is... It's you, Gareth. Gareth, congratulations. Before we hear from you, Jude, I just want to ask you, can you give us some insight into what Gareth is like as a coach?
And Jude, before you do, say something nice.
Yeah, you know, I think Gareth's brilliant qualities, more the man management, you know, the way he makes you feel as part of the squad. You know, it's no secret that you can only play 11 players at a time, and there's a lot of important games. And, you know, the way he makes you feel as, you know, a squad member that's maybe not playing every game is really good. And you always feel like there's a challenge, you always feel loved, and you feel like there's people in place to support you.
Every great coach needs great players and also other great coaches alongside him. Steve Holland's with you tonight, Gareth. You've joined an illustrious list here. What does that mean to you?
Well, I know a lot of the coaches there who are outstanding. We've got some brilliant talent in this country. So, but you're right, I can't do that without Steve in particular, without all the staff that work with the team. Managing in football now is a very complex business. And yeah, so I'm very fortunate I work with good people, and they make it a lot easier for me.
OK, thank you, Hannah, our award presenter. And congratulations once again to the England men's football team and Coach of the Year, Gareth Southgate. A huge congratulations.
Thank you.
Very soon we will be announcing the 2021 BBC Sports Personality of the Year. But now it's back to the action.
Yeah, we're going to end our review of the year with cricket. There's a match in some form or another almost every day. And England are in the thick of it right now in Australia. So to guide us through it all, including a brilliant opening spell from the 100, here's Radio 1's all-rounder, Greg James.
Ah, cricket. The sound of leather on willow. Exotic locations around the globe. But Greg, I hear you say, it's the middle of winter. Well, that's not a problem. The year began in Sri Lanka with the red ball.
That's it. 200 for Joe Root.
Hundreds of runs from Root, a series win, and the fan went wild. More followed against India, but we lost the series overall. June, and back home to England's green and pleasant lands. Come on. Better. Losing to New Zealand was a shame, but against India, Root returned to #1 in the world. Jimmy became the most capped English Test player too.
Oh, Jimmy!
To be continued next year. No summer series wins then. How very retro. For England's women, just the one drawn test versus India. White ball cricket next. It's like cricket, but quicker. England's women saw off New Zealand at home and away, with Tammy Beaumont scoring runs for fun. Wins against India proved Heather Knight's team are, well, just really, really good. They didn't lose a series all year. The men showed that they were also really, really good. I mean, a completely new squad faced Pakistan, and we still won. I know what you're thinking. You want a new format. It's like cricket, but shorter. With very loud shirts.
And there goes the ball over the boundary. Oh, is this the most wonderful catch? I think it is. Boulder! Oh, he's got it!
The 100. Oval Invincibles and Southern Braves smashed it. Now, where were we? England, semi-final, T20 World Cup against New Zealand, and we lost. The Aussies, champions. How depressing. There's one last gift delivered direct from down under just in time for Christmas. The Ashes. Not the best of starts, but we could have predicted that. Couldn't make it out to Australia myself. Yeah, it's fine, didn't want to be there anyway. I don't think we needed that green screen. That would have been fine.
I love that. Brilliant stuff from Greg James. It's been quite a year, though, for Joe Root, hasn't it? And right now he's involved in the pretty tough business of captaining England in that Ashes series.
Yeah, it's approaching the end of the second test in Adelaide, and the current situation for England, it's not brilliant. 82 for 4, chasing a target of 468 to win. So let's hope Joe and the team can pull it round. Big ask.
Tonight, we've seen the true power of sport. So now it's time for us to come together once more and pay our respects to some of our beloved friends we sadly said goodbye to over the past 12 months.
Whether on or around the field of play, the sporting family is a very special one. Memories created last forever. We will always remember you.
Well, what about the new set?
Oh, the set is marvellous. I saw these panels in the car park last week, Rustin.
This is the girl that gave Britain her first Olympic title, Jeanette Altwig.
Of the 30th Olympiad in 2012 are awarded to the city of London.
I got a lump in my throat.
I'm passionate about motorsport, and I was lucky enough to be at the centre of everything.
A beautiful reflection, remembering many loved ones who have sadly departed. And there are further tributes to the friends we've lost over the last 12 months on the BBC Sport website.
It has indeed been a very emotional night, and now it's time to reveal the 2021 BBC Sports Personality of the Year. The winner will be one of these 6 contenders.
Six sporting stars from 6 different sports, some who have been competing at the top level for decades, others right at the start of their professional career.
And to announce our top 3 in this wonder year, we welcome back to the stage Britain's record-breaking Olympic gold and cycling couple, Jason and Laura Kenny.
All the votes have been counted and independently verified. The nominees who are here have joined us on stage. Those on a link have a replica trophy in the event of them being in the top 3.
So, Laura, it's down to you to reveal 3rd place, please.
In 3rd place is Adam Peaty.
I was not expecting that. Thank you. Thank you. It's this one, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. Take the wrong one.
Thank you. A huge congratulations, Adam. Jason, can you please reveal who the runner-up is, please?
In 2nd place is Tom Daly.
Well done, Tom. Congratulations. This is always a very big moment. Laura, can you please tell us who the winner is?
The 2021 BBC Sports Personality of the Year is Emma Raducanu.
Many congratulations, Emma. We've got a bigger trophy here that we'll give you when you come back eventually. Would you be kind enough, please, to say a few words?
Thank you. I mean, it's such an honour just to be amongst these nominees, and congrats to you for such an amazing year and all your achievements. So to win, it's really pretty amazing to me. But yeah, I am really happy with this, of course, and I've watched Sports Personality of the Year growing up, so I'm really humbled to join the amazing past winners. And yeah, I'm also very happy for British tennis that we managed to get this award again. And also, thank you so much to all the voters and all of the fans and support for all the support I received this past year. I mean, it's been absolutely insane, and especially the energy that I felt at Wimbledon this year and playing in front of my home crowd. That was something that, you know, I've never felt before. So thank you very much. And also, I'd like to say a big thank you to my team. Thank you for all your hard work and efforts over the years. My team, my past coaches, LTA, my family and friends. So thank you so much. Yeah, and congrats to everyone else's teams as well, because it's definitely a team effort. So yeah, thanks to everyone, and see you soon.
Fantastic stuff. I hope that's cheered up self-isolation as well. The 2021 BBC Sports Personality of the Year is Emma Raducanu.
Thank you.
Oh, congratulations to Emma, and thank you to all our sports stars for making this such an incredible year.
Yeah, and to all of you at home too, a big thanks for your company this evening.
From all of us here, have a very happy and healthy Christmas. Good night. Hello, good evening and welcome to BBC Sports Personality of the Year.
Would it be okay if I came home to you?
I think Tom decided he was going to stay tough and strong until he achieved that thing that him and his father dreamed of.
George,
I love you so much. I'm so, so grateful that I've got him in my life.
In every single race she does, there is nothing left. And I just love that about her.
The one thing that Mike taught me was that you've just got to keep going.
He was able to do it. Sorry. I think it did amaze the entire world.
For those players, they would have been really disappointed, but at the same time, they had everyone here's support.
Fury has dismantled Deontay Wilder.
Who is Emma Raducanu? 19-year-old from Bromley, that's who she is. There's nothing else to it.
Would it be okay if I came home to you?